Okay, so we're out at the Ecoscape and the lake on campus here, and you can see the Ecoscape forest in the background. And this brings us to your assignment for today. Your assignment is to look around the Ecoscape forest or the lake here on campus or the Ecoscape garden and try to find an example of one of the many ecological interactions that we talked about in class. You can go through your notes to look at what each of those different kinds of interactions are. And what I want you to do is to take a film, make a video of one of these kinds of interactions, an example of one of these interactions. I don't want to give you any examples now because then I'll give you some ideas and I'll take away your creativity. But what I'm really interested in is you filming one interaction and then narrating that interaction with your partner. You'll be working in groups of one or two other people. And narrate that interaction. If you want to, you can come back and narrate it afterwards if you want to get fancy and process it and have voiceover or put text on there. You're welcome to do that. And I want you to narrate that video or somehow tell me information about what's going on in that interaction. Tell me if these two species are interacting, what is this species getting out of it? What is that species getting out of it? So you'll take that video for just one kind of interaction. Now, we've only got a few kinds of interactions that we've talked about in class, so each group will have to give me a different kind of example. Now, I'm talking about different kinds of species interactions, but there are different categories. So if you want to give me competition, you can think of lots of different examples of different kinds of competition. But each of those different examples can be a unique combination. Same goes for predation, mutualism, commensalism, etc. All the examples that are the kinds of interactions we talked about in class. So you'll take video of that, you'll narrate it. You might have to look up some information online to give more information, more detail. If you can give me the species names, then great. If you can look up some of the species names and get that information, then that's useful. You can say more about that kind of interaction. So maximum points for really creative answer, for thorough depth where you're really giving us a lot of information, and certainly where both members of your team or all the members of your team are participating and it's very clear and obvious to me that you're all participating. If you find another kind of interaction that you want to film, a second example of an interaction, then you can film that one and narrate it and do all the same stuff for 3 extra credit points. So what I want you to do then is to upload those videos or that one video to YouTube and then send me the link, and that's how you complete your assignment. Incidentally, if you want to take the film footage out here and then narrate it later, or maybe have a second film that you use to narrate that first interaction, that's fine too. As long as it's clear to me what that interaction is and that you know what's going on in that interaction. You need not necessarily catch the interaction while it's happening. So, for example, if somebody runs over an animal with their car, it's going to be very obvious what happened. You don't have to see it happening. Similarly, you can record one of these interactions here on campus, and you can infer from that video and from your narration what exactly happened. But you got to be right, so you can't just make something up. That's your assignment. If you have any questions, let me know and be creative.